Metropolitan School District of Wayne Township collective bargaining agreement ratification meeting is called to order. Please rise for the pledge of allegiance.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, please.
Randy Goldman.
Present.
Susan Gray. Present. Ben Wakefield.
Present.
Lisa Grant.
Present.
Sherry David Marcotte. Present. Karen Bird. All present.
Thank you. Board, you have a copy of the proposed agenda for this evening. Looking for a motion and a second to adopt the agenda.
So we adopt the agenda for this evening.
Have a motion and a second. Any comment or discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you. Dr. Fuss, we have anyone signed up for public comment this evening?
We do, in fact. We have 4 individuals who have signed up to speak this evening. Would you like to read the guidelines for speaking, or would you like to just do an overview of those?
Yes, and general public comments reserved for those who reside in Wayne Township. And typically comments are limited to 2 minutes. This being a ratification meeting, the board is not obligated or may not respond to comments this evening, and it would be great if all comments could be related to the agenda presented for tonight's meeting.
Excellent. Our first speaker is Allison Kelly. Absolutely, that's just fine.
Okay. To whom it may concern, my name is Allison Kelly and I teach first grade. I've been teaching for a total of 8 years. I'm a very passionate, hardworking, dedicated early childhood educator that wants to instill the love of learning and confidence to every child that walks into my classroom. I came to this district 4 years ago from a Catholic school where my years of teaching did not get recognized, and I started at the bottom of the pay scale in the hopes of getting raises. I've heard how amazing Wayne Township is for teaching. I felt like I finally made it and found where I belong. I have fallen in love with being a Wayne educator. However, I'm currently feeling discouraged, defeated, and disappointed in the district. I'm a single 30-year-old woman who lives paycheck to paycheck. I work every night of the week between tutoring and Wayne Township adult education just to make ends meet, and I'm still living paycheck to paycheck. During the process of negotiations, we were offered a small stipend, which doesn't even cover the cost and insurance premiums. I realize that admin contracts are not something we negotiate, and being an administrator has perks, as they should. Unfortunately, admin pays so little toward insurance premiums that teachers are truly hurting at the expense passed off to us because the price of insurance is not being more fairly distributed among teachers and admin. This is one simple way to lessen the burden on teachers. We also could have used an increase in contributions from the board toward insurance. As an 8th-year teacher, I should be able to live on my salary without 2 additional jobs of tutoring and adult education. Not only did we take on more this year with the new ELA curriculum, including a separate new phonics curriculum, plus late start Mondays, but also a new evaluation system, which takes longer to fill out than it does to teach. We are being expected to do so much more while being given a pay cut. I know peers actively looking for new jobs. We will not be able to hire open positions or retain current staff if we can't pay our teachers enough without needing multiple jobs due to a pay cut. Please hear our concerns and take action this year to make our burdens less while working toward a better contract for next year. Thank you so much for your time and consideration.
Mrs. Denelli.
All right, Denelli, I come to you as a veteran classroom teacher. I have 31 years of service here in Wayne Township. In all the years that I've been in Wayne, I've never been so disappointed in negotiations in a contract. I know you will hear that CTA members voted with a majority of yes, but here's what you may not hear, that although teachers are giving 100% of their time to this profession, they are now being expected to work for less money. The yes vote was unfortunately an act of desperation for many people who were just unsure about what mediation would not give them, so instead they decided to take the $1,000. Teachers are leaving their buildings exhausted and overwhelmed with the expectations that are being placed on them. Teachers and support staff are what makes Wayne who they are today. So it is heartbreaking for me to know that these individuals are not being compensated for their job well done. It's unreasonable to think that teachers who are highly effective and effective would choose to stay in a place that they're not feeling valued. The teachers that I have worked with in Wayne are literally some of the best people that I know. If Wayne continues to turn a blind eye to teachers, they will not stay, and that's not my opinion. I hear it. I'm in the trenches every day with some really great teachers. The financial issues of this township are not the fault of teachers, yet they are the ones that are feeling the most strain and stress from those decisions that were made. And although I've always appreciated the administrators that I've been able to work with, I also know that the board contribution insurance and their retirement benefit match far exceeds that of any teacher. Teachers are struggling, and you chose not to take the opportunity to help them. This contract was in fact very little help to any staff in Wayne. So I leave you with one request. You have got to prioritize teachers because they're not believing your words, so your actions are all they have. And unfortunately, this negotiation showed that you are not willing to help them. So please do better, because our students deserve more and our teachers definitely deserve more. Thank you.
Scott Hatfield.
I'm here to share some comments regarding the tentative agreement currently scheduled for a vote. I recognize Wayne Township is navigating significant financial challenges stemming from state budget allocations and recent property tax legislation, which has resulted in revenue loss. My experience in negotiations has consistently affirmed the principle that a responsible agreement must not lead the school district into deficit financing. I propose that fundamental principles should be equally applied to the agreement's financial impact on our educators. A critical concern is that many of the teachers utilizing Wayne Township's health insurance will effectively experience a decrease in net compensation under this agreement. There is no increase to the base pay. There is a $1,000 stipend, and that is insufficient to cover the insurance premiums for any teacher except for the single enrollment. Every teacher that covers their children or dependents, spouses, and families will see their premiums out of pocket exceed $1,000. A family plan and some people, their increase is going up $1,900 this year. The $1,000 stipend will not cover that. While I understand the importance of timely contract ratification, I firmly believe that the terms of this agreement must not place our dedicated teaching staff in a position of effective deficit financing through uncompensated cost increases.
Next speaker this evening, Nancy Webster.
All right, I'm the oldest. You say the oldest for last, right? Good evening. My name is Nancy Webster. I'm a longtime educator, 40th year, with 20 years in Wayne. And I am one of the 37% of the teachers who voted no on the contract this year, and I feel compelled to tell you why. I didn't vote no myself. I am nearing the end of my career, and I work very hard to achieve a salary where I am now. Oh, and the stipend, my base pay would have helped me up in retirement. My no vote was not about how the contract adversely affects me, it was about how it affects my colleagues. Sorry, I'm tearing up. I voted no for the young and talented teachers I work for, like Garden City. Teachers who work for any of the surrounding school districts, but choose Wayne because they love working with the students in our district. Teachers who watch as their friends and colleagues accept jobs at surrounding districts with equal or comparable pay and better benefits, but choose Wayne because they love the students in our district. Teachers who watch their former colleagues receive yearly salary increases based on their experience in surrounding districts, but choose Wayne because they love working with the students in this district. Teachers who listen to the recent news, the surrounding districts teachers receiving a percentage raise on top of their step increase in their salary, but choose Wayne because they love working with the students in this district. I voted no for my friend and colleague who's a single mother, is on an insurance plan. The stipend we are getting does not cover the increase she will be getting in her insurance premium. She's been working for Wayne since 2002. She could have chosen to go elsewhere, but she chose to stay because she loves the students in this district. Let's not forget to add that her deductible is sky high to begin with. So this is definitely not a pay raise for her. I voted no for all my friends and colleagues who have devoted their career to students in this district because they love them and they stick it out with them. And this is just not a pay cut, it's a pay cut, and they're staying and they're getting a pay cut because they love students in this district. I realize the financial picture is not good for Wayne, based on what the current state has allocated to schools. With that in mind, teachers were resigned to a $1,000 increase in pay. The issue, though, is the district's refusal to add it to our base pay. I urge you to listen to your teachers next year when you enter into bargaining. This contract was voted down twice. The only reason it was approved by teachers this time was because it's a year contract, and we are hoping for a better result next year. Fear also played into the yes vote for teachers, worrying that the district would remove the $1,000 stipend. I fear that if you don't listen to your teachers now, you're going to lose quite a bit of talented teachers to surrounding districts and maybe to different occupations altogether. Thank you for your time.
Do you not have any other guest speakers that have signed up, Mr. President?
Thank you, Dr. Buck. We move on to the ratification of the 2025-2026 collective bargaining agreement.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. With very high thanks for to our members of the Wayne Township Classroom Teachers Association and the MSD of Wayne Township negotiations team, I bring you a recommendation to ratify the 2025-2026 collective bargaining agreement between the Wayne Township Classroom Teachers Association and the Metropolitan School District of Wayne Township. Following the pre-ratification meeting held by the MSD of Wayne Township Board of Education on November the 3rd, the Wayne Township Classroom Teachers Association membership voted 63% in favor of ratifying the one-year agreement. The tentative agreement was posted on the MSD of Wayne Township's website on November the 13th. Substantive changes of this agreement include a one-year agreement. No compensation model is included in this negotiated agreement because all compensation increases are being given in the form of a one-time stipend, including school year 25-26, $1,000 to all teachers. Teachers currently employed by the date of ratification, which would be today of the contract, are eligible to receive the stipend. Stipends will be distributed within a reasonable time from the ratification of the contract. Salary range for teachers hired for the 25-26 school year is between $52,550 to $104,076. Teachers on the district health insurance plan and have established a health savings account with a district approved vendor will be eligible to receive up to $1,000 HSA wellness incentive, broken down $600 for biometric screening, $100 for healthy standards, and $300 for the HSA signature series. The insurance board contribution for the single plan, for board contribution for plan 1, single $157.30. For plan 2, $163.27. Employee in trial, $390.98, and on plan 2, $406.13. For the employee and spouse, plan 1, $413.58, and plan 2, $429.28. And for the family, $558.91 for plan 1 per pay, and $580.13 for plan 2 per pay. Each teacher shall be entitled to 3 days personal business leave for the transaction of personal business and or the conduct of personal or civic affairs during each school year. Personal days will be subject to a 10% cap of staff absences at each school. A teacher who provides 8 hours of service during a school year is eligible for 1 additional personal day to be used only in the following school year. Any personal leave days remaining at the end of the school year will be added to the teacher's sick leave accumulation. Personal business leave may be used at the teacher's discretion. The request must be made in writing to the building principal no later than 7 calendar days prior to the day requested. There are 2 snow days built into the school calendar. In the case that there is at least 1 unused snow day available after spring break, as indicated on the board-approved school calendar, then that day will become a no-school, non-work day to be granted on the Friday before Memorial Day. Additions to the extracurricular count schedule include flag football, 9th grade center Raiders and drill, lead school psychologist, elementary ITech, school improvement, high school sports information director, high school detention supervisor, 7th, 8th, and 9th grade detention supervisors, 7th, 8th, and 9th grade special education department lead. Eliminated from the ECA schedule include assistant athletic director, athletic trainer, and assistant athletic trainer. At this time, Mr. President, we've already accepted public comment, and I will respectfully recommend your approval of the stipend of $1,000 for the 25-26 school year and language and benefit changes for all certified employees.
Thank you, Dr. Putz. Board, do we have a motion and a second approving the 25-26 contract?
Make a motion to approve the 2025-2026 contract.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Do we have any comment or discussion? Hearing none, Mrs. Brown, can you take a voice roll call?
Brandon Bowman,
Yay.
Susan Graves. Yay. Karen Burke. Yay. Jerry O'Day Marcotte. Yay. Ben Wakefield.
Yay.
Rebecca Graham.
Yay.
2025-2026 collective bargaining agreement has been approved. Thank you. We move on to new business, the 2025 through 2027 classified contract agreement.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. At this time, I recommend an increase for all full-time classified employees, a stipend equal to 2% of the base rate of pay up to $1,000 for 25-26 school year. Classified employees employed as of November the 24th, 2025 will receive a stipend that will be distributed within a reasonable time for the ratification of the contract. Classified employees on the district health insurance plan and have established a health savings account with the district approved vendor will be eligible to receive up to $1,000 in their HSA wellness incentive, $600 for biometric screening, $100 for healthy standards, and $300 for the HSA signature series. Board contribution for our classified employees will include single plan 1, $157.30, single plan 2, $163.27. For employee and child, $390.98 for plan 1, $406.13 for plan 2. Employee and spouse, $413.58 for plan 1, $429.28 for plan 2. And for family, $558.91 for plan 1 and $580.13 per pay for plan 2. Some of the scheduled language items include personal business leave may be used at the employee's discretion. Also, there are 2 snow days built into the school calendar in the case that there is at least 1 unused snow day available after spring break, as indicated on the board approved school calendar. That day will become a non-school, non-work day for all school year employees to be granted on the Friday before Memorial Day. Mr. President, I respectfully recommend your approval of a stipend equal to 2% of the base rate of pay up to $1,000 for the 25-26 school year and benefits and language changes for all full-time classified employees.
Board looking for a motion and a second for the 2025 to 2027 classified contract agreement.
Mr. President, just clarification, that actually be 25-26. I apologize for that.
Sorry.
This is also a 1-year agreement for our classified employees.
I make a motion to accept the 2025-2026 classified contract.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any comment or discussion? Mrs. Brown, the voice call, please.
Brandon Bowman,
Yay.
Susan Graves. Yay. Karen Burke. Yay. Jerry O'Day Marcotte. Yay. Ben Wakefield.
Yay.
Rebecca Graham.
Yay.
2025-2026 classified contract agreement is approved. Thank you. We'll move on to the 2025-2026 administrative contract.
Thank you, Mr. President. Members of the board, I recommend a stipend of $1,000 to all administrators. Administrators employed by the date of the ratification of the contract are eligible to receive the stipend. The stipends will be distributed within a reasonable time for the ratification of the contract. I also recommend the following changes to the 25-26 management benefits to reflect the most recent changes to our collective bargaining agreement approved earlier this evening. An administrator who provides 8 hours of service during a school year is eligible for 1 additional personal day to be used only in the following school year. Any personal leave days remaining at the end of the school year will be added to the administrator's sick leave accumulation. Personal business leave may be used at the administrator's discretion. Administrators on the district health insurance plan and have established a health savings account with a district approved vendor will be eligible to receive up to $1,000 HSA wellness incentive, including $600 for biometric screening, $100 for healthy standards, and $300 for the HSA signature series. Mr. President, I respectfully recommend your approval of the stipend of $1,000 and management benefit and language changes for the 25-26 school year for all administrators.
Looking for a motion and a second regarding the 25-26 administrative contract.
Make a motion to approve the 25-26 administrator contract.
A motion and a second. Any comment or discussion? Mrs. Brown, the voice call.
Brandon Bowman,
Yay.
Susan Graves,
Yay.
Karen Burke,
Yay.
Sherry Dave Marcott,
Yay.
Ben Whitfield,
Yay.
Rebecca Green.
Yay.
The 2025-2026 administrative contract has been approved. Thank you, Dr. Phillips. Moving on to Senate Enrolled Act 287, resolution of board compensation.
Thank you, Mr. President. Board, whereas Indiana Code 20-26-4-7 permits a school board to reasonably compensate its members for their services and establish per diem rates for attending school board meetings. Whereas Indiana Senate Enrolled Act 287, signed in May 2025, changes how local school board member salaries are determined. Whereas effective June 30th, 2025, the annual salary for a school board member cannot exceed 10% of the lowest starting salary for a teacher employed by the same school corporation. This replaces the previous $2,000 annual maximum. Therefore, the MSD of Wayne Township School Board hereby approves each member of this governing body to be paid 10% of the lowest starting salary for a teacher employed by the MSD of Wayne Township each year. In addition, a per diem of $150 for attendance at regular school board meetings and $75 for attendance at special board meetings. The compensation of this governing board remains in effect until modified by the school board through resolution or motion. This resolution was duly made, seconded, and adopted this 24th day of November 2025 to be effective upon adoption. Mr. President, I recommend the approval of the resolution to shift board compensation as per Senate Enrolled Act 287.
Board looking for a motion and a second for SEA 287, resolution of board compensation as applicable to Wayne Township.
Make a motion to approve SEA 287 resolution of board compensation. Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any comment or discussion? We're done. Mrs. Brown, voice call.
Brandon Bowman,
Yay.
Susan Graves,
Yay.
Karen Burke,
Yay.
Sherry Dave Marcott,
Yay.
Ben Whitfield,
Yay.
Rebecca Green.
Yay.
And Senate Enrolled Act 287, resolution of board compensation is approved. Thank you. Dr. Butch, do you have any additional business this evening?
Just a couple of items, Mr. President. I want to thank everybody who was able to come out to Mr. Nance's visitation and funeral over the weekend. Applications continue to roll in the process. The board is required to go through to replace Mr. Nance as a result of his inability to fulfill his term. And I know that the intent is to have new board members sworn in at your December 15th board meeting. It looks like we're on track for that to occur. Tomorrow is our last day for our students to attend before Thanksgiving break, and most of our staff, many of our teachers, and Wednesday is our last day for all of our staff. We hope everybody has safe travels. We hope everybody's able to be with family and enjoy the Thanksgiving holiday, and just encourage everybody to truly take pause to remember what we are thankful for. I want to thank our teachers and our staff for being here tonight. It's wonderful to see the support that you have for each other, and just appreciate you being here tonight.
Anything else from the board? Looking for a motion to adjourn.
Make a motion that we adjourn this evening.
Second.
Motion and a second for adjournment. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
We are adjourned at 5:54 p.m. Thank you.